To killing a panda is death. Death. I mean, it should be like that for all animals, but it's not. Only for pandas. And yes, they are endangered, but so are thousands of other species, and the penalty is not death for killing them. It just makes you think, what are they so scared about? What if a regular civilian gets a hold of a panda body and they start digging even more? Like thing number 3, China is a 4,000-year-old nation. It is one of the most literate nations in the entire world, highly documented, its entire history. There is zero mention of pandas. Zero. Until the late 1800s, which it was mentioned by a Jesuit walking through the jungle that found a patch of fur. And that was the first mention ever of a panda. Brings us to the first panda being brought to America in 1946. And this is where I think the relation between pandas and the panda eye thing comes into play. If you're ready for that rabbit hole, look into Panda Eyes and the Black Eye Club. It's gross, trigger warning. If you're not ready, don't read it. Once you know it, you can't go back. It sucks. Okay, so we already touched that. Regular civilians, it's illegal to interact with pandas, yet every single world leader has been photographed with baby pandas. That is a connection, I think, with the panda eyes and the elite and that whole bullshit scenario. Pandas are just a symbol for really gross things. I know you've seen pandas in a zoo, you've seen them, they exist. I'm not saying they don't exist, I'm just thinking that maybe they aren't what we thought they were. I don't think they're nature made, I think they're lab made. Yeah, I think they were created. And with that, we'll quickly touch on the 4 fake panda instances that happened in zoos throughout the world. Number 1, a painted sun bear. Number 2, painted dogs. Number 3, a little person in a costume. And number 4, a robot of a panda sleeping. These happened. It's important for me to say that when I do go down a rabbit hole, I usually go down trying to discredit something, because if you don't, that's information bias and you will find everything to align with your story. But the more I dug, the more I was like, fuck. Good sources to dig are Reddit, YouTube, DuckDuckGo, and here on TikTok. So have fun. I guess I'm going to be that person that says like or follow if you want to learn about the other things I mentioned in that TikTok.
So look, I seen something and I wanted to do it myself to see if it's true. But look at this. This is $1 folded. Doesn't that look like a plane? The fire from the plane? Okay. $5 bill. Look, it looked like the tower was hit, the smoke. $10. The tower is on fire. $20. It's falling. The smoke. $50. It done fell. You just see the smoke, the aftermath. The $100 bill. It's just a little fizzle of the smoke coming up still. You know how after the explosion took place, and it's just that little smoke coming up. Yeah, they be doing stuff in plain sight. Look at this. This is a $20 bill. If you turn it upside down, don't it look like somebody with a mask on? Look, 2020.
Oh no. I'm not one to shrink from a challenge, so here's the conspiracy theory iceberg. As you can see, it is massive, it's huge, it's gonna take forever, and I'm gonna do it. For those of you who have no idea what this is, basically you start up here with conspiracy theories that are very well known, very well documented, and then you get further and further down into the insane stuff. You're gonna wanna stay tuned here because some of this stuff is bananas. Cracking right on, I'm going to try to go through tier 1 as fast as I can just because a lot of them are well documented and the good stuff comes later. You all know what this is. It's the idea that certain news outlets are willingly putting out incorrect information in order to slander a party or a specific person. Cryptozoology creatures is an umbrella that encapsulates a lot of stuff like Loch Ness Monster, Bigfoot, Yeti, just creatures that are myths and not proven to be real. In Big Pharma is the idea that pharmacy companies are withholding vaccines and materials in order to make more money off their patients.
Heard Britney Spears sing when she was little. So when the entertainment industry got a hold of her, they made her sing with a baby voice. You know what I'm talking about. More unique and marketable. Literally terrified. I didn't have a strong opinion about the Mandela effect until I saw this. So you remember these popsicles with like characters' faces on them? There was Dora, there was SpongeBob, but there was not Boots. But I swear I remember there being a Boots. Someone drew that up from their own memory and posted it onto Reddit on a forum talking about it. But you can't tell me that didn't exist. I vividly remember the Boots one, because I never wanted the Boots one. Here's the post I found it from. But yeah, this never existed. There was never a Boots popsicle. And I literally, tell me if I'm crazy, because I swear I'm not. How come I've never heard anything about this? Animals in the aquarium might not all be real. And I'm sure this could also count for zoos. Now, I'm not saying every animal is fake, but I was at the aquarium the other day and there was this crab that was on a pole and it moved on a loop. And I sat there for a good while trying to figure out if I was going crazy or not. I took a video though, so check it out. Also follow my TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube for more content because it really helps me. Keeps doing like the same thing over and over and then stopping and then doing the same thing. I just want a video of the loop. Yeah, now it's doing it again. Oh my god. An interview came out with a psychiatrist with a patient named Jesse. This is Jesse. So one day Jesse revealed to his psychiatrist that he was actually Elvis. And they were like, well, if you're actually Elvis, take a DNA test. And guess what? He passed the DNA test. It matched both sides of his family tree. He said that he named himself Jesse after his deceased twin brother. The psychiatrist said in an interview that he would testify in a court of law that Elvis was still alive and that this man was Elvis. So do you believe Elvis is still alive? Let me know your thoughts. Also follow my TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube for more content. And this is not meant to disrespect anybody. I'm just sharing a theory.
And so you must understand that I'm a baby in wisdom, but I'm not a fool. And he's saying here today that the Caucasian is in fact the oldest group on the planet. I beg to differ. Look, one of the most famous anthropologists is Professor Leakey. And when Professor Leakey went in search of the origin of human beings and human species, he didn't stop very long in Europe. He went to Africa. And the oldest bones and the oldest human beings to this day that you call Zinzanthropus, using the Latin meaning Zin and Xanthropus, meaning a black man, that oldest man, they say, is millions of years old. You went back and found one even older than that. You called her Lucy, a black woman.
Go ahead.
And every sensible historian, anthropologist today agrees that the black man is the father of human beings. Even your geneticist, Mr. Mendel.
Go ahead.
You have Mendel's law.
Go ahead.
Mendel says that light eyes are recessive. Light skin is recessive. You can take the recessive, the dark skin is dominant, the dark eyes are dominant. You can take the recessive from the dominant, but you can't get the dominant from the recessive. This is Mendel's law. And so all of your scientists have proved that you can't look. Black is not even a color.
That's right.
Black is the mother and father of all colors. And if you want a baby, even if the woman is a white woman, the baby has to come out of the triple darkness of her womb. And this is the origin of all life. Within the black, you have the whole color spectrum. But in white,